While everybody is eating their delicious food or having conversation, I'm going to do a quick reminder here on planting a seed. Behind us, we have this amazing banner, and by next month, we're going to start pushing it hard. There's a handful of companies that are already on here through a bundle, and a bundle package basically included having a spot on the logo, 2 spots on the logo, plus your membership, plus breakfast sponsorship. There is going to be, I think there is 4, if not 5 bundle spots left. So, which is going to include 1 spot on the banner, breakfast, or membership, depending, but if someone's here already, very good chance to have membership. And if anybody wants to know more about that, I would love to discuss it with them after, so we don't take too much time on that. But it's definitely happening. I'm definitely going to be reaching out to many of you to see if you're interested or if you know someone that might be interested. It's a great value. You have your logo here, all the photos that are happening, getting posted, plus at the same time when you get up to share what you do, you get to point your company and say, this is me, and it adds that credibility to that. Should we start going?
Yeah, let me just mention about the
evening event. Oh, yeah. Oh, the hike also?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We have several new exciting things to share. We already have a date for June. We're going to send out the flyer hopefully shortly for an evening event in collaboration with Naphtali Hoff. Naphtali runs the Passaic Networking Group. Naphtali is also going to be our guest speaker today. And we're going to have a joint evening dinner. And it's going to be, we already have the date, June 9th. I want to thank Johnny for a lot of the back, all the organizational stuff. It's going to be, we already have, it's pretty much almost finalized at this point. Going to be in Kosher Castle, in the event space, in their place. And it's going to be fleshig, good food, good people, good networking. And I know a lot of people have asked us to do more events, not just breakfast. So this is going to be the opportunity, and we'll get to collaborate with Naphtali's group as well, which is good professionals, also like-minded people like us, and just we'll have that synergy there, and in a kind of a different environment. So save the date, June 9th, and it's going to be in your emails. And tentatively, we're working on the details now. In 2 weeks, a members-only hike, and it's going to work on a Sunday morning. It's a networking hike. And we've done a few, though now the weather's finally better, so stay tuned for details on that as well. And Mickey, I'll give you the mic.
As far as the following dates.
What's that? Dates the next?
Just
Let's figure that out.
just to save the dates. So June 9th is
June 9th is the evening event.
not morning.
Right.
No morning. And then July, do we have anything in July?
We have it.
Okay, so we're going to get going, starting on the room towards my right hand here, or sort of where you're facing. Just as a reminder, save the date, June 9th. It's going to be an evening event, not a morning event. You're welcome to come here, just not going to be an RBBN. You're welcome to come or whatever. That was great. Okay, so we're going to have people come up to the room, come up to where I'm standing here, share with what you do. Here is the personal challenge. Can you share with what you do and who you're looking to connect with in approximately 10, 15 seconds max? The elevator door opens and we walk out. We're all here to connect. We all want to grow. We all want to do well, but that's the challenge, to try to say what you do, why you're here, who you're looking to connect with, or whatever that pitch is, 10 to 15 seconds. We're going to go around this way. I'm going to work through towards that way.
Good morning, Dave Ginsberg with Furniture Pro. Here we are. We've been doing office furniture, school furniture for 20 years. Been in the business for 30 years. Our best customers, any customer actually, would be anybody who sits in a chair, needs a desk, or needs a new, has a new building going up. So we're just changing their configurations. They need to reconfigure their cubicles or their desk space. We also, anybody who's uncomfortable in their chair, We have all kinds of ergonomic chairs, as well as sit-stand desks to go up and down, so you get to stretch out your back. So to get more comfortable, contact us, Furniture Pro, FurniturePro.net. David Ginsburg.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good to be back. Michael Spilzinger, Digital Transformation. I help business leaders develop healthy practices in order to transform who they are, their relationships, and especially their most important relationship and asset management, which is their own self and their health. So primarily men. I'd love to connect and have a conversation and support everyone on their in this area. Thank you.
Ellie Schulman from Genesis University. We do bachelor degrees. If you or your children or your neighbor's children have credits from yeshiva or seminary or any other place that we wrap it up into a degree, even if you have no credits, we can get you a degree really quickly. We also just launched 2 master's programs, and we're looking for volunteers to take the program at a very reduced cost, so that we can get some people through that program and get that running.
Hi, I'm Jules Saffron. I want to thank Heshi for inviting me or making me come. I'm a psychotherapist, and I have about 50 years of experience. I have references from Rabbi Pesach Krohn, Rabbi Akiva Tatz, Rabbi Jonathan Getty, among others. If you're interested in growing, we all have Mishigas. I'm very good. It's the only thing I'm good at. Oh, my website is julessaffron.com. Thank you, Heshi. The person following me is my handsome husband, Robert Saffron, who is the the executive director of the Jewish Entrepreneurs.
Thank you. After that introduction, I'll say it again. My name is Robert Saffron. I run the Jewish Entrepreneur Free Mentoring Service for business owners or folks that want to start a business. If you're in one of those categories, please look us up at tjnetwork.com. That's tjnetwork.com. We have over 560 mentors worldwide. We're all over the country, all over the world. It's all a free service. In addition, we also have monthly free webinars and 14 industry-based WhatsApp groups as part of our free service. Again, Robert Saffron, the Jewish Entrepreneur, tjnetwork.com.
My name is Abichal Yachnes. All of us need to do sales. We only need to connect with prospects, and we try to do it every single day. Some days we're tired. Some days we're a little off. We don't always make the perfect sale. What I do is I create videos that make the perfect sale for you every single time. You see, your team is your best-selling asset, so why are they sitting in their office not selling for you? We create a video that brings your team, who you are, and what you do in a 90-second perfect way that introduces you to your prospects and your clients. Looking forward to connecting with you.
Good morning. My name is Cecil Rosen. Most of you know me. Some of you are my clients. As a matter of fact, I just wanted to do, I wanted to serve to my client scrambled eggs, because once I have a client, I still care about them. And his name is Ezra Fireworker. I'm a member for a couple of years. For the new people, please keep coming. This is a great group. And since I moved to Lakewood, I am still coming. Thank you, thank you. Oh, what am I doing? So let me start again. Okay, since 1992, I've been a financial advisor. I do insurance, I do investments. I have other people here in the group that are my clients, and they allow me to say their name, so offline we'll talk. I am very, very good and honest, integrity, experience, and I ran out of my 10 seconds. Thank you, Mickey.
Great job.
Good morning, I'm Anthony Stigliano. I am a guest of John from Apple Bank. I have over 25 years experience on personal and business level, so if you know somebody who's either starting business or has an existing business, let them know. I'll be more than glad to help. My biggest belief is personal attention, so when you come to me, you will have my undivided attention, and I will describe you as long as I can. Most of all, your young children, we have savings accounts that will pay 5% up to $10,000.
It's all good. Great job. Yeah, right now.
Just a quick update. We have a beautiful crowd here. As far as registration, we have, I believe, 11 people that registered, which is okay. We still have a beautiful crowd. If you did not happen to register, and like I said, it's going to take time because I know in the past we never really policeman people about it. If you are coming, if you're not coming, or how it's going to work. We're people of habit, so it's going to take 1 or 2 reminders. If anyone did not register yet, don't worry. No one's getting shamed. No one's getting called out. You can go to Mita on the back. Just let her know. She's hiding over there with her hand waved. And just say, check myself in if you didn't get yourself checked in yet. In the past, we've had a QR code. This time, we're just going to use Mita. Okay, we're going to continue going. And by the way, hopefully I don't get myself in trouble, but happy birthday to Jess. Thank you.
Good morning, Jesse Kaufman. Since my wife isn't going to be here, I am going to speak for her first. So, hi, I'm Connie Kaufman. I am a marriage and family therapist who focuses on relational therapy and also helping women through moments such as postpartum, antepartum, and other life cycle events. So if you know a woman or a couple who needs a really good therapist, call Connie Kaufman at Connie Kaufman Therapy.
Thank you, Connie. Thank you.
Okay, changing hats. Hi, Jesse Kaufman from Ballistock & Kaufman. I am a transactional real estate attorney. I do mostly real estate deals, but other business and corporate transactions as well. So I'll just tell you really quickly, a current client that I'm helping out is a business owner who's looking to expand. He's currently buying another business that comes along with 2 pieces of real property. So not only are we merging the 2 businesses, buying the properties, setting up all sorts of LLCs and other operating agreements. So if you know, so a really good referral for me this week would be a business owner that you know who's looking to expand their footprint and their operational structure. Again, Jesse Kaufman, Ballistock & Kaufman. Thank you.
Hi, Ezra Fireworker from Easy Up Balance. I'm really excited to hear Naphtali today. Really, it's going to be short, but I have to tell you, I went to a few sessions and really you have a lot of common ground and pay attention. I just want to talk about PPP. Usually when people hear PPP, they think about the BQE. Start getting nervous. Really, basically, people, profit, and passion. And we have that all in this room. So, to quote another big mentor, you reveal, right? Naphtali Hoff, right? So he explains that basically when you have 2 people who are running, they're running as fast as they can, right? But they're running for a reason. They have a passion. They're determined. Happens to be their reason is because there's this grizzly bear behind them that's going after them. And the third person looks and sees, okay, if they're running, so I might as well run also. Who do you think is going to outlast? Who do you think is going to be able to get far and expeditiously and be able to get there? Not the third guy, because he's just a follower. So the same thing over here. I'm with this group with RBBN, with Heshi, fabulous. I gave time for Robert. I helped mentor several people and companies. I help with business modeling with the banks when they go ahead and have a camp that just recently closed and they said, you need a business model. Easy Up Balance is where they come to. CFO Services, thank you, Heshi.
Great job.
Good morning. My name is Jacob Weishaus. Actually, my Hebrew name is Akiva. It happens to be, what's the connection, Akiva and Jacob? Rabbi Akiva Eger, who lived in the 1700s, 1800s in Europe, his English name was Jacob as well, because the law in the Austrian-Hungarian Empire was that you needed to have a biblical name, and Akiva is not biblical. It's not in the Bible. So his secular name was Jacob, and so is mine. So maybe that's where it comes from. Anyway, I'm with Fundres Mortgage. We do residential mortgages. We also do some commercial as well. Just one anecdote. I have a client that I'm in the process of approving, where one of the larger banks, I don't want to name it, denied him. And the reason they denied him is because it was a condo, and there was an issue with the master insurance. So they said, it's not good enough. He came to us, and we spoke to the insurance agent, and he said, it is in the policy. You just have to look deep in the policy, which we did, and we got him approved. So it's just one of the situations where a smaller, mid-sized bank has a different kind of customer service than some of the larger banks. And all the banks over here are great. But a real large bank, they might offer you a lot of different things, but a smaller bank is sometimes much better. That's what we do, residential mortgages.
Hopefully I'm not going to get myself in trouble for saying this. I think it's amazing that we're all here letting us know what we do. A little bit of a reset. Let's try to challenge ourselves to do it in 10 to 15 seconds. I'm not calling anyone out. We're all excited to share with what we do. There's nothing wrong sharing more than that, but the personal challenge to take upon ourselves, why I'm here, who I'm looking to connect with, and then when we're done with this, after the fabulous presentation we're going to hear about it from our sponsor, there's still time to network. So I'm going to keep quiet and continue moving the room along.
Good morning, Yitzchak Schwartz. I'm doing life insurance, disability insurance. I've been in the business since 2019. Baruch Hashem, very, very successful, hopefully for many years to come. I manage approximately 150 clients, new clients each year. So the line is filling up. We're currently at over 100, Baruch Hashem, and the year is still ahead. It would be a pleasure to meet every one of you, and welcome Good Morning Naphtali Hoff. He's a great, great teacher, and I've been learning with him a lot in the past.
Hi, good morning. Yehuda Koblik. I work upstairs at iPosta 1. I lead the AI function in the business adjacent departments. And I also have my own consulting company where I work on a range of AI efficiency projects as well. I do work with Heshi Friedman. So, Yehuda Koblik, and good morning.
Who's next? Go along.
15 seconds. Good to see Paris here. How you doing? I started a company called Handle. If you have all those annoying packages that need to be returned to Amazon, UPS, FedEx, that are just sitting in your house and the office is cluttered up, call me. We'll pick it up. We'll package it. We'll send it back, and you can save your time going to the post office and all the get that errand off your list. Handle. 15 seconds. There you go. That's how you do it, guys. Let's go this way.
Good morning, everyone. Evan Gilder. I'm an accountant of CPA. I handle all kinds of taxes, okay? So there's many of us out there. It is calm now because the storm has ended on April 15th. I'm happy to speak with anybody about any kind of issue within limits, okay? But now I'm going to switch topics. College is over. Kids are looking for free internships. We call that free resources. Engineers, physical therapists, these are kids that are looking for hands-on work. I can connect anybody with any discipline if you have a need and you want to give to some others to learn. Evan Gilder.
Doug Javinsky, Certified Financial Services, and a board member bundler here, which works out very well. I do life insurance, long-term care, disability, and retirement income. You can only remember a few things. One, if you're young and you don't have life insurance, GoFundMe is not a strategy. I've seen it too many times. It's very serious. It's very serious. If you're getting older, approaching retirement, things like that, long-term care is a real issue. You don't take care of it, the people sitting around your Shabbos table, they're the ones who are going to be left to deal with it. And don't say I'm not going to allow that to happen. You will allow that to happen by not taking actions. So just remember, guarantees don't matter until they matter, and then they're the only thing that matters. Doug Javinsky, Certified Financial Services. Call me anytime.
Good morning, Josh Scheinberg Consulting. I'm a health insurance broker.
Sponsor, and get on with our featured speaker for today. If you're new here, give me your business card or your contact info so we can sign you up to get the emails as well as the WhatsApps. We send out monthly notices for all the events. And yes?
I just want to say, I've used Heshie to consult with me for the last month, almost 2 months now. Fantastic work. My mistake was I didn't do it 8 years ago, and I spent hundreds of my own hours wasted in something that I wasn't good at. And it just takes us from 0 to 100 really fast. Best use of my time ever. It took me a lot to say it was worth that much per hour. It's worth every bit of it.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Yeah.
Second the motion.
I second that motion. He did our website as well.
Talking about the WhatsApp group real quick, there is a public chat. The public chat is just like an email, so make sure you have your information to Heshie. The public chat, I'm taking on a goal. Let's max it out at 1,000 people. The more people that are on there that want to know about RBBN news, such as RBBN events or RBBN events that are being promoted through the RBBN channels, why not? More people, better for us. If you're a member, there is a members chat only, which is an open chat platform to see how we can benefit from each other. If you're not on that chat, get on that chat, so this way you can benefit from that. If you're saying, hey, how do I get on that chat? Very simple, become a member. If you're currently a member, who do you know that could benefit this just like yourself? So you're gonna be getting calls from me, so I apologize in advance. I'm not really apologizing, because I know we're here to just help each other. I know it's a strong value. So let's continue the ball rolling.
So the idea of the networking is we only get to see each other for a quick amount of time, and we're listening to speeches here. Follow up with people one-on-one, get contact info, follow up afterwards, email, LinkedIn, connect with them. That's really the key to making this work and making business out of this group. Please do the follow-up. We'll also be sharing pictures, and we have Chaim Weitzner doing the video of the event and pictures of the event. We'll be sharing those. Feel free to share those with your contacts with social media, on LinkedIn or whatever. And also, keep in mind that we love new people, new professionals, and we are always open. If you want to bring a guest, we can give you a free one-time guest code for a guest to use that you can give a friend. Just reach out to any one of the staff of the board, and we can get you that covered. Now, we're going to introduce our last month's sponsor, Johnny E.C. from Apple Bank. Johnny was our last month's sponsor. Johnny, I think you had a sibling or something that you couldn't make it. So, Johnny, now we give him makeup for this month. Frady Rappaport is this month's sponsor. She's right there outside, and she'll do we'll give her the opportunity to do it after. Johnny C., 2-3 minutes about Apple Bank. I'm just going to give him a shout out. The RBBN uses Apple Bank, and we're very pleased with them, and it's been great having a relationship here. Thank you, John.
We have Business Zell, that's correct. Heshie, thank you. What an amazing group. I can say I've been involved, my last bank, Apple Bank, 5 years, members of RBBN. And I only live a few towns away in Toms River. I love coming to this venue. It's a great venue. Truly, business owners are here to help each other. That's what networking is all about. When Heshie talks about the hike, I came here today so excited. I said, Heshie, I think I've been somewhere where it's myself that he's never been. This Sunday I was in the Catskills. I went to Catterskill Falls, Overlook Mountain, 15.8 miles, and Heshie says, I've been there, been both places. You want to come on this networking hike. It's not going to be rigorous. I mean, right now, I'm very sore. 15.8 miles for Johnny C is not too easy. But there's a reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'll share a little later. But what's that?
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food? It's pizza. I'm trying to be the pizza guy. So shout out to Anthony coming from Muncie, my colleague. Anthony's deeply rooted in Muncie for many years. Now, he shared about Apple Bank's youth savings account. It's no joke. When I joined the bank a year and a half, it was 6%. Rates went down a little in the market, 5%, not bad. What are you earning at the other banks for your children? 0.25%, half a point? So we're going to do a quick math thing. Up to $10,000 per child at 5%, whoever goes first, I may actually fund your account for you with my money in my trunk. You put $10,000. I'm Italian, so we got money in the trunk. You put $10,000 in the account at 5%. What else you got? And rates don't change. How much at the end of the year is in your child's account, and you don't have to pay taxes on it too, deferred? $10,000, 5%, end of the year. How much? Beautiful. $500. I have to fund that account now, folks. Seriously, it's our youth, it's our future. That's why Apple Bank's been doing it. Apple Bank truly is here for the community. They've been here since World War II, helping refugees fleeing from Europe during World War II. It's out there, it's history of Apple Bank. I mentioned the hike, do the hike. It's beyond inspiring, it's healthy, it's great. Helping others, Apple Bank allows me to do that. It's not just like, Johnny, how many accounts did you get yesterday? And a conference call the next day on how many accounts you do yesterday. No, it's how can you help others? They give me the opportunity to do that. They give Anthony the opportunity, Mark and Muncie, Roham and New City who come here. How do we do that? I'm at Kosher Castle. I meet Yankee, amazing business owner, tells me the history, tells me about his own personal life. Guess what? Now we're doing an event at his place. We're gonna have a beautiful Fleisching meal. And maybe you're gonna do a catering order, and maybe you're gonna enjoy his food and meet Yankee and do business. He's not someone, is he here, Yankee? I don't wanna embarrass him. He's not someone who networks, okay? What is networking on the conference call? How's that gonna help me? Quick few things which Naphtali lives by. We're gonna help you. And he's gonna learn that. Smart businessman, being open to networking, working to build your network, B2B business, it works. So we will be there, and that's what I pride myself on is how can I help a business owner continue to succeed and grow? So one personal thing I'm looking for is an introduction to a nutritionist. I've been diagnosed with Graves' disease. Yes, I'm not going to the grave, but the truth is I have an autoimmune disease that's affecting my thyroid. I was in the hospital for about a week. My heart went to AFib for 30 days, about 2 months ago, and I haven't had an AFib, knock on wood, for the last probably 5 weeks. Thank you, and I've been doing major hikes to help, and I have to get this antibody gone. I do not want to remove my thyroid, because any doctors here, I'm sorry, but doctors typically are prescribing meds and want to do surgeries. But what about gluten-free Johnny C? I've become, sorry to this amazing, the muffins here are amazing. I love the muffins, but I am now gluten-free Johnny C, and I am one slice Johnny. So, and I'm down about 20 pounds, and I'm gonna put this disease in remission, and I definitely wanna speak to a nutritionist because I gotta do everything I can. So I appreciate it. Thank you. So again, I'm here with Apple Bank. That's my 30 years in banking. I love Rockland County. Oh, actually, I shared with the rabbi recently. Rabbi, this is my diet in the morning. Now I'm fasting for breakfast, but I was doing egg whites in the morning, and he says, you know, the egg whites, Johnny, I told him how I do it. He goes, just do me a favor, if you can, don't peel the egg whites, the egg shells the night before and put it in the fridge. I told him what I do. I boil them, I hard boil them, I peel them, I put them in the fridge. He goes, just peel it and eat it the same. And he said, look it up in the Talmud, it's there. And guess what? I peel and eat now. So, but the truth is, there's a reason for the rule, and the spirits, the evil spirits, you know, and you know, I abide by many rules. So I am the rabbi of networking too. So, but anyway, keep up the great work together, network. and it's an honor to be the sponsor, and I apologize. What a group. They said you can still speak today. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
John?
I apologize for the late hour. We have the double sponsor today. So we're going to now call up Brady Rappaport for sponsoring this month's event. Brady has been a tremendous asset to our group. She's given us a lot of value, and we very much appreciate her being here. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. What an amazing, amazing turnout. I thought you were all coming because of me, but then I realized you probably were here because of John. Hey, John, where are you? Congratulations on going gluten-free.
And dairy-free.
Wow, unbelievable. What are you going to do on Shavuos about the cheesecake? He'll let us know next time he comes. Okay, so as you all know, I'm Brady Rappaport. I've been an RBBN member since 2019. I enjoy a beautiful relationship with almost all of you, and I enjoy you being here. I thank you for coming here today, for showing up. I'm a mortgage broker. Everyone needs a mortgage at some point in their lives, I hope, and I'm here to help you with it. My personal approach is that I really dig in to your situation or your referral situation, and I handhold you through the process. First-time home buyers, senior citizens, and everything in between. I didn't prepare a speech. So, my company is Upscale Equities, Inc., founded in 2004. We're on the board. All I could say is become a client or refer a client and experience the Upscale experience for yourself. Thanks for coming, thanks for listening, and I hope you all enjoyed your breakfast.
So, sorry for the late hour again, but it's going to be all worth it. I'm just going to introduce our featured speaker. I do a lot with Naphtali Hoff. Aside for our November network group, I've been part of his mastermind group. Mir Tashem starting his productivity group, where he has a wealth of knowledge in a lot of different aspects within the business fields. He's a teacher by trade, so it's easier to learn from a teacher. So without any further ado, Naphtali Hoff.
Thank you, Yaakov. Good morning, everybody. Just need a moment to get situated here. This is I don't face me, whichever way. Either way should work, right? Hi, everybody. Good to see you. Thank you for the introduction, Yaakov. Thank you for the shout-outs. Ezra and Yaakov, right? Yitzchak. Excuse me. I knew it was within the trifecta over there. Okay, fantastic. So I've had a pleasure of meeting with many of you. Yaakov mentioned the Passaic Networking Group, which I founded in September of 2024. A number of the people in this room are members of the PNG. For those of you who are interested in branching out even further, we also meet once a month, the first Wednesday of the month, typically at the Lighthouse Cafe at Brookhaven Mall in Passaic. And we have a one person per industry policy, so it's a little bit different. But if you are interested, reach out to me, let me know. I'll be more than happy to have that conversation. In addition, through the idea of networking and collaboration, Yaakov and I ran GrowthWorks in November. God willing, we're going to be doing another event coming up, so keep your eyes open for that. And Yaakov, Heshi, Mickey, and I are looking to bring our two groups together, RBBN and PNG, for a collaborative evening. We've already mentioned June 9th. We hope to have multiple over the course of the year. So approximately every 3 to 4 months, probably every 4 months, about 3 events a year, alternating locations so that different people could be on their respective home turf, but that everybody can meet people outside of their immediate network and their immediate circle, and that just expands opportunity. So it's really, really special for me to be able to be here, not only to mention that, but also to talk about a topic that is near and dear to my heart. Now, Yaakov did mention that I am an educator by trade, which is true, and then I transitioned into school leadership So you can imagine 13 years ago when I transitioned out of school leadership into what I currently do, which is coaching and consulting, that I had a real paradigm shift, not only in terms of what do I do professionally, and by the way, whenever you're doing any type of networking, the clearer you are, the more capable you are able to say, this is what I do, this is how I help people, this is who I'd like to meet, obviously the better it's going to be. I couldn't even properly articulate, this is how fresh and how raw and how inexperienced I was when I first started, I couldn't even properly articulate the difference between coaching and consulting. Now I can, of course, for a long time, but I just view them as kind of like two words that mean the same thing, and I think many people have no idea what the difference is. Mentoring, these kinds of things, they all kind of become terms that get blended in together. So the clearer you can be on, I help you through coaching in this way, consulting in that way, etc. Yaakov mentioned a training. For those of you interested, I think Hedge going to link it up. I am starting a productivity coaching group for those of you who want to get more done, be less busy, and more productive. And so in today's conversation, I wanted to model, so coming back to the educational piece, I didn't know anything about marketing. All I knew is I was going to hang a shingle, create a website, and daven and pray and hope for the best. That was my strategy. It really wasn't very developed, and I sent out a mailing, whatever it was. But I figured, as they say, build it. If you build it, they will come. But that's not actually how it works. You need to be able to get out there. You need to be able to say what you do. How are you different? How can you add more value than the next person? How can you speak their particular language and address their specific needs? Because there are many, or just different industries, many recruiters out there, many accountants out there, many insurance agents out there, right? You're not a dime a dozen, and what makes you unique and special? The answer is your quality of care, your relationships in your community, your ability to understand their specific niche. All of these things make a difference. And the more somebody feels you are speaking my language, the likelier is that they're going to want to buy from you. Because we always buy from the people that we, three things: know, like, and trust. Know, like, and trust. Now, on my way here, I made multiple calls about this productivity coaching group because I wanted to walk the talk. But if I'm going to talk about overcoming call reluctance, which is our topic, I wanted to make sure that I'm actually going to model it. So even though it was 8-something in the morning, and usually I don't make calls at that time, partially because I have a phone chavruta with my son at that time, but separate from that, it's because people are usually not necessarily ready for me to be calling, but I called anyway, and actually I reached everybody I called, except for one person. So maybe it is a good time to call. Either way, the bottom line is, you can't accomplish much if you're not willing to pick up the phone and call. Now here's my question for you. I'm going to use an educational technique. It's a self-assessment. It's called a fist to 5. So it's a 6-point range, if you will. Fist is like a 0, 5 is the top score. I'd like everybody to right now, to yourselves in a way that only I can see, put your hand in front of you like this. It could be a fist or not. I'd like you to tell me how, if you were to self-assess your as it relates specifically to the issue of call reluctance, meaning to say, I hesitate or I don't hesitate to pick up the phone and to call someone about a product or a service that I offer, how would you self-assess? In other words, if you have no qualms whatsoever, you're a rock star, you pick up the phone, you'll call anybody at any time, you'll give yourself a 5. If you absolutely don't even want to pick up the phone, it's almost like kryptonite for you, you're super scared of it, you might give yourself a fist or a 1. Can everybody kindly assess now for yourself so I can see it? It doesn't have to be for anybody else's purview, but just so I can see it. Okay? Kind of self-assess so that I can see. I did see some 4s and 5s, which are great. And then I saw other numbers, and I appreciate your honesty. So here's my question for you. We're going to do another educational technique real quick with the person who is seated next to you. And as they tell you on the airline, they might be behind you. The person I want you to turn to and say, what's one thing I can do without me sharing any content, no strategies, if I would literally put down the mic right now and you would just have your own conversation, what's one thing that you can think of on your own that's going to help you to make more consistent sales calls? Either initial calls, follow-up calls, because we know the magic is in the multiple touch points, right? I think they say on average about 7 per client before you close. So don't think it's all about making that initial call and then you're done. What's one thing you could do right now? Think about it for about 60 seconds or less. When you're ready, turn to the person seated next to you and share one, each of you share one. What's one thing you could do and should do, right? Because as Tony Robbins says, we don't get our shoulds, we get our, does anyone know? We get our musts. If something is a should, I should exercise, talked about that before, Johnny. I should change my diet. I should reach out to that relative. I should. Shoulds often become, a wish, what does they say? A wish, no. They say that a goal without a plan is just a wish. It's a different discussion. But the idea is that a should doesn't necessarily translate. It has to become a must, right? So what's one thing everybody can do right now? Did you have that? Let's start having that conversation. One thing, please. And then we'll share some strategies. Try to have the conversation with one person only. Try to find one person, just one person to talk to. 'Let's take about 30 seconds. $15 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. One other thing that I learned as an educator, well, first of all, as a trainer, I typically start just because we're never really on schedule, so I'm trying to be very mindful of the time. But I also know what it's like to have a 30-minute lesson plan or 40-minute lesson plan and have 2 minutes left before the bell and still have about 20 minutes worth of content. So I'm going to try to be able to be mindful of the need to move us forward, but I do want to get some volunteers first real quick. Is there anyone who's willing to share something that you either shared out or that you heard from your partner that you think everybody would benefit from here? So let's go 1, 2, anyone else? Doug, 3, and then Yaakov, and we'll see if we have time for more. Robert?
Pre-planning. Give some thought of what you want to say.
Pre-planning, what you want to say. Awesome, okay. And you might want to add who you want to call by planning that piece of it also. And also maybe even when, depending on what they do. Who was number 2? Yes. I don't know your first name, I'm sorry. Anthony.
It's very important when you're afraid to call somebody, get a mirror, put a mirror in front of you, because as you're calling that person, you're getting to see eye to eye, and you're looking at yourself.
Beautiful.
When I was a stockbroker, that's how I got afraid of just getting rid of that. Just look at the mirror.
By the way, when you talked about a mirror, it actually reminded me, I don't know if you're aware of this, but even though people typically are on the phone with them so they can't see you, if you smile, they can discern, they can sense that smile. It creates a more positive affect for all parties. And it makes it more likely that you will get the sale. Thank you for that, Anthony.
The mirror shows the smile.
The mirror what?
Shows it with smiling.
Yeah. The only time I ever do that with the mirror is when I'm checking my tefillin. I don't usually smile, but maybe I should. Maybe I should. If I'm in front of Hashem, I should smile. Number 3 was? Doug.
And try to figure out a way to make it a warm lead, not a cold call.
Okay, yeah.
Reason to be connected.
And that might be an introduction, for example, or sharing a piece of content, or tagging somebody, or something like this. Yaakov?
Nike, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. Pick up the phone.
Just turn off your brain. Yeah, when I work out, thank God, pretty much every morning. By the way, the more that you can turn whatever you need to do from a decision to a habit, the better. And the more you can remove any element of the decision from the process, the better. For example, you go to bed, your clothing is out, all ready for the next morning. Your eggs are prepared, ready for breakfast in advance. The more you could do in advance, the less you have to deal with the decision-making in the moment, and then you don't have to worry as much about what's called decision fatigue. We all have it. That's why they say that the worst time to go in front of a tribunal, if you're going for parole, if you're in the prison, for example, is right before lunch and at the end of the day. Because all of the judges have been spending the whole morning making decision after decision, and you know what it's like when you're tired. After a while, your brain just can't handle it nearly as much. So the more you remove the decision-making, the clothing is out, the food is prepared in advance. By the way, it's true for your business also. If on Friday, you walk out of the office with your primary goals for the following week, and I know people have issues that come up during the week, I get it. But if you are really living in quadrant 2, which is not urgent but important, that's really the ideal quadrant for any business owner, then you know for the most part strategically what are those things that you should be spending the most time focused on, whether that's strategy, relationship building, etc. Not the urgent fire-related issues, whether they're quadrant 1 or quadrant 3. So the more you've got prepared, let's say on Friday before you walk out, you feel mentally clear, you can enjoy your weekend more, and your subconscious can also start to work on some things. So now with all of that said, so now you develop some habits, and then the habits just carry you. Getting up in the morning early, praying, exercise. People want you to succeed. Oftentimes people are afraid of public speaking because they think everybody wants you to fail. They actually, nobody wants to listen to a loser, right? Nobody wants to be trapped in synagogue services listening to somebody who can't hit a note, right? They want you to be successful. So if you're going to sell something, if I'm going to already listen to you, I want you to at least be able to articulate, right? If they say no, it's not personal, and therefore you don't have to worry about judgment. Number one, they create volume and opportunity. They come to meetings, right? They reach out to the networks. Who do you know? Right? It's all about the numbers. It's all about God. But separate from that, it's about the numbers, right? You have to do, based off of what we call a shtadlus, based on your efforts, the more opportunity you create. It's just a statistical thing. The more conversations I have, the probability is I'll make more sales because I've had more conversations. More people know about me. More people know about how I can help them. And that's a critical piece. If nobody knows about Johnny's special savings program for children, then they can't enroll their children. But if you're out there having those conversations, then of course people are going to be able to do that. Okay, we talked about this. Let's go straight to number 6. They are mission focused, right? They focus on the process, not the outcome. You can't control the outcome. The only thing you can control is the process. By the way, I tell this for people with goal setting as well. You want to lose 20 pounds? Not so easy. You want to make another $1 million of revenue? Not necessarily so easy. Don't focus on the outcome goals. Those might be your Everest, right? Those might be the things you're trying to accomplish. But you got to break it down into process goals. So if I want to lose 20 pounds, what do I need to do? Change my diet, integrate exercise, whatever, right? That can be specific and measurable. The more specific and measurable your goal, the likelier it is that you will achieve it. You cannot hit a target you can't see. A target that is fuzzy is not going to be achievable. So if you want to improve relationships, that's a fuzzy. But if you want to make sure that you're having face-to-face with all of your people once a week, that's specific. And that's achievable. You put on your calendar, you make sure that happens. Okay? So focus on the process. Don't worry about the outcome. Let the outcome work on itself. Let it, so to speak, resolve itself. And then finally, assume success. They know that with this tried and true approach, remember, whatever you're selling, there have been millions of people before you selling the same thing. I mean, maybe in 21st century, you're selling a brand new thing. But conceptually, sales is not new. We've been selling since the beginning of time. Daniel Pink says, to sell is human, which means to say we're all in sales, whether we think we're in sales or not, because you represent your company and your brand. So you can assume that you will ultimately be successful. All you need to do is trust the process. If it isn't working for you, tweak it, ask for feedback, have conversations with people who say no to you. What could I have done differently? I'm not selling you anymore, but just give me honest feedback on this call. What could I have done differently in discussing this with you that would have made it likelier for you to have said yes to me? People will tell you. People have a lot of things on their mind about you. They're just not willing to tell you. right? But if you ask them and you give them permission, they'll tell you. So those are some critical pieces. Again, whatever we're trying to do with all of the tools, AI is actually making it harder in a way. Social media is making it harder in a way because we're hiding behind our tools and devices. Now more than ever, you have an opportunity, if you still show up as a human being, if you still show up in the flesh, and you're willing to make human-to-human connections, you're going to sell more than anyone else because they're all hiding behind the spam and the emails and all the stuff that you're getting digitally, and they don't distinguish themselves. If you could be that person who actually comes and says, I've got something that's going to transform your life, they will automatically give you consideration. So with that, I want to thank you, Heshi, Yaakov, and Mickey for the opportunity, everyone for listening, and get out there and sell, everybody. Get out there and sell.
If you always get more of this, he writes every single week an article in the front page magazine, the Coach's Corner.
There you go.
Make sure to
There you go.
every
This is
single
Yaakov.
week so you don't have to be deprived of more of this.
You gotta go loud.
Okay, great job. Thank you, Naphtali. Again, remember, June 9th will not be in the AM. It will be in the PM. You're always welcome to come here and pay and hang out. But as far as the RBBN event, June 9th in the evening. As far as July, August, the summer, stay tuned. We're definitely having events, but we're going to find out exact dates to figure out when it's going to work out best. We try to be very consistent and having a Tuesday. Also, just a quick shout out to two people who came in and didn't have a chance to say hi. Adina Kornbluth, who is interior design, and Chaim Volovitz or something. Forget how to pronounce his name, but he's definitely able to help you when it comes to buying it.
It's the car and then Vitz.
Ah, Karvitz. Okay, Mr. Karvitz. Anyway, thank you so much for coming. Most importantly, don't forget to follow up and quickly make your way up front so we can take the RBN photo. We have a large group.